No more penalties.
Yeah, so you see me, I'm starting off right today. I'm just bundled up from the beginning. Okay, here you go. And here you go. Hey, here you go.
Trap some of that warmth.
Oh.
You proposing now?
Yeah. Oh. So I like it because so it charges too. This is a charge.
Oh, so it's like AirPods.
Yeah.
It charges in the case, and then you can charge
Yeah.
the case.
Yeah. So
you
when
gotta take anything out.
when on the road, it's so much easier, you know. Instead of me trying to, I need to make sure I can plug it in the car or get back to the hotel and charge it, you know. So.
Flyers grab it, push their way into the cap zone, but Brad was able to steal the puck back. Gets over to Abe. Abe gets it over through middle ice to Nick. Nick skates it through the neutral zone over the blue line, but gets poke checked back out of the zone. And Abe puts it back in the zone, and I don't know if they're sending it all the way down. Not all the way, but almost all the way. So Anderson's on now to take the face-off with Grayson and Garrett, with Benji and James on D. Benji passes it over to James. James forwards it up to Garrett. Garrett back to Anderson. Anderson tags back up off sides. The Flyers get it out of the zone. Benji dumps it in. Flyers gain control in their own zone. Pass it over. Chip it up and out. James gets it, passes it back to Garrett. Garrett gets it back to James. James passes it over to Benji. Benji passes it over to Garrett, cross ice. Garrett skates it in, takes a shot from about 5 foot above the circle, and the goalie makes a glove save. So Killian's out to take the face-off with Tony and Elijah. Looks like Christo and Brad on D. Face-off is to the right of the goalie. Killian wins the face-off back to Christo. Christo shoots, hits traffic in front. Christo's able to keep the puck from going out. Get a shot, but that was going wide. Shea is in net today. Forgot to mention that. Flyers get it back up to the point. Point man shoots. Shea catches that one right out of the air. And we'll get a line change with Abe, Joey, Nick, Brody, and James. Face-off will be to to Shea's left. Caps win the face-off back. James fires it up. Didn't quite get it out of the zone. Does now, though. Nick skates it through center, passes it over to Joey along the left side. Joey gets it behind the net. Flyers try to get it out, but it hits Brody. Brody does a good job keeping that in. Joey picks it up. Joey skates around the dot, loses it for a second, picks it up behind the net. Looking for Abe in front. Can't get the pass off. Brody gets it. Brody puts it back into the corner. Nick picks it up around the side of the net. Gets a pass to Abe, but it's at his feet. Philly clears it out of the zone. They got a couple of their guys making a change. Philly player skates in, gets a shot, goes wide. Anderson's out now. Garrett, Grayson, Brad, and Benji are out with him. Flyers carry it through the neutral zone, across the blue line, gets pushed out side of the dots. Puck goes right into the goal mouth with the defenseman. I think that was Benji was able to steer it aside. Garrett skates it now through center ice. Gets a pass over to Grayson. Grayson spins. Gets a pass over to Benji. Benji gets a shot right in the JR of the chest of the goalie. So the face-off will be to his glove side next. Flyers win the face-off, get it out of the zone, but right back in for offsides. Looks like Joey, Nick, and Abe are back out with Benji and Brad on D. Caps win control of the face-off. Benji dumps it in, rims it around the net. Abe goes down the boards to get it. Gets it to Nick. Nick has it behind the line, passes it back up to Brad. Brad back to Nick, then Brad to Nick again. Oh, Joey with a great shot. Quick whistle. So the D pair change. Christo and Brody come out. Joey wins the face-off back. Christo gets a shot off, gets stopped in front. Flyers pick it up, try to exit the zone, can't. Now they finally do. Nick gets it back in deep. It's behind the net. Flyer player goes to get it and loses it. Nick puts it back in front. Oh, on Joey's backhand. He tried to get it to his forehand quickly, but the defense was able to stop it. That bounced off somebody's skate and went the length of the ice. Shea comes out to pass it to Brody. Brody's behind the net, gets it passed up to Nick. Nick chips it out. But the Flyers pick it back up, dump it in. Brody takes it behind the net, passes it back up to the wing to Abe. .17 left in the first period. Tony, Killian, and Elijah are out. Caps win the face-off, get it back to Benji. Benji gets it up the boards and out. Benji's out there with James on D. Oh, I'm sorry. Killian's out with Matthew and Elijah, not Tony. It's another offsides. So they'll do the face-off again. Flyers win the face-off that time. Shoot it in right on Shea. Shea makes the stop. Caps get it back out. Matthews harassing the Flyers player while the other Flyer was trying to tag up. Good battle by Matthew. Looks like they'll both go. It's a good penalty to take.
I hit it first.
Yeah. So it'll be Anderson centering Garrett and Grayson. Brody and Brad on D. Caps win the faceoff, get it back to Brody. Anderson dumps it in. Brody gets it over the line. Again, Garrett skates towards the net, but the goalie steered it into the corner. Garrett avoids the hit. Those elbows coming up high. Anderson gets the puck. Anderson takes it behind the net. Flyers get it out of the zone right to Brad. Brad dumps it back in. Rims around the wing side. Anderson skates over to get it. Stops it from going out. Flyers get it out of the zone, but right back over to Bradley. Bradley over to Brody. Brody to Garrett, who touches it. And a couple of them will go for a change. Christo and Benji out on D, and Abe's out. Benji gets it behind the net, starts skating it out. Up along the wing, gets it out of the zone. Takes a hit right to the face, no call. Flyers come in and shoot. Shea makes the save. Shea makes another save. Nick gets the puck. Nick skates it through center. It's high sticked. There'll be a penalty. The Caps are going to go on a power play. So the power play will be Garrett, Nick, and Grayson with Joey and Benji on D. The coincidental to Matthew and the other Flyers player is over. So it's 8:56 left in the first. Caps on the power play. Joey takes a shot, gets deflected in front, goes along the boards. Caps aren't able to keep it in. Benji races down the length of the ice. Picks it up, loses it. Flyers chip it back out. Shea comes out to pass that over to Grayson. Grayson gains speed through the neutral zone. Skates across the blue line, drop pass for Nick. Nick passes it over to Joey. Joey over to Garrett. Garrett tried to tip. Grayson picks it up. Grayson gets it over to Garrett. Garrett has back to the net, so he wasn't able to make a move, and the Flyers get the puck out. Shea comes back out and pass it over to Benji. 20 seconds left in the power play. Grayson carries it, gets it over to Joey. Joey skates it in, skates around his player. Tries to get it up high. Goalie makes the save, and I don't know what happened. Somebody's getting a penalty. Oh, it's a Flyers penalty. So it'll be 5-on-3 for 8 seconds, 7:35 left. Anderson, Matthew, James, Abe, and Brody. Caps win the faceoff, but not able to handle it. Puck leaves the zone. Abe has it now. Gets it over to James. James turns, moves it over to Brody. Brody skates around, pass over to Matthew. Matthew back to Brody. Brody back to Matthew. He's not able to handle it, and it goes back into the neutral zone. Oh, they're going again. Interference. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for 55 seconds. So it's Joey, Garrett, Grayson, Nick, and Benji on D. Caps win the faceoff, back to Benji. Benji moves it over to Joey. Joey down to Nick. Nick over to Joey. They're working the overload on the left side. And moves over to Grayson, who's on the right. Grayson looks for a pass to the middle. Not able to get it right tape to tape. Benji gets it back over to Grayson. Passing, it's 5-on-3. We're passing too much. We're not able to get them to bite, to move, to get out of the way. Joey has the puck now from the top of the circle down low. Shot saved by the goalie on Nick. Nick battles behind the net. Flyers able to rim it around. There's 5 seconds left on the first penalty, and that went down for icing. 6:09 left in the first. So Killian, Tony, and Elijah come out with James and Brody on D. Elijah gets the puck. Oh, lost it. Brody's able to keep it in. Passes it over to Elijah through his legs. Right in front. And goalie gloves it. The face-off will be to the left of the goalie again. Caps win that one, get it over to James. James over to Brody. Brody to Elijah. Off his stick. Flyers rim it around. James pinches in. Killian goes, fills in for the D. Tony has the puck. Drops it for James. James over to Brody. 8 seconds left on the penalty. Brody takes a shot. Oh! Wasn't able to get the rebound. They're golfing these shots. They're taking poor quality shots. Back to full strength, or even strength, I should say. But that went for icing. 5:18 left in the first. So Joey, Nick, and Abe are out with Christo and Brad. Caps win the faceoff. Christo gets the puck, takes a shot, but it's deflected by or blocked by Philly. Philly carries it into the zone. Gets a shot off. Shea makes a save. Joey gets the puck, gaining speed through the neutral zone. Gets pushed out, gets bumped off the puck, goes into the corner. Rims it back around. Brad pinches down, skates over to it, gets back over to Nick. Nick gets the puck, drops it in the slot, but the Flyers are able to break it up and get it out of the zone. Brad picks the puck up now, goes into the zone. He's got Abe, but he takes the shot. The rest of the players went for a change, so Abe's out there. Anderson comes on. Grayson comes on. Benji comes on. James is on, and Garrett is the last forward to change. Flyers take a shot. Shea makes the save. Anderson skates it up the boards. It's knocked off the puck. James gets it out of the zone. Anderson chases. D-to-D pass for the Flyers. Flyers get it up at the red line. They chip it in, and that one will go behind the net, goal line. Benji's battling in the corner. Puck comes out, not able to get out of the zone, though. There's a shot in front. Shea makes the save.
Good work, Sheriff. Good work.
Was it? There's probably about 15 penalties committed. I don't know if anybody's, and we're getting the only one. So the Caps will go on the kill with 3:13 left. They might add some time back. I think the clock ran for a couple seconds. Yep, 3:25. They changed the clock to 3:25. Nick and Abe are the forwards on the kill with Brody and Brett Brand. Flyers win the faceoff. Get it back to the point. Over to the other point man. He comes in, skates, shoots about 40 foot wide. Abe's battling in the corner. Flyers D-man carries it down, gets it into the corner. It's a battle in front. Kid shoots it high, rims back around. Flyers D-man picks it up. Flyers score on that. Matthews out with Tony on the wings, Killian for the faceoff. Benji and Christo are the D pair. Flyers win the faceoff, dump it in. Oh. Net comes off, so there's a whistle. Caps win the face-off over to Matthew. And Flyers dump it behind the net. Christo chases it, gets it in the corner, gets it over to Tony. Killian finally gets it out of the zone. That was over. Saw white paint on the other side of that puck, but the referee, who was standing right there, did not. Shea flashes the pad. Cap's still not able to get it out. Shea with the save. Garrett, Anderson, and Grayson come out with James and Brody on D. Flyers win the faceoff. Shot right off the faceoff. Shea made the save and lost it, but it was under him. Anderson wins that one, gets it back to Brody. Brody's able to get it off the wall and out, but I think that'll go for icing, and they'll do it again. .123 left in the first. Caps come away with that. Flyers pick it back up, get it out of the zone. Flyers push it back in. James almost gets it behind the net, but the pass comes right out into the front. They're just hacking at it now, and they can't get it out. James picks it up behind the net, gets it over to Brody. Brody gets it out, but the Flyers pick it right back up, get it over the blue line, and there's a whistle. Offsides. I thought it was the 85 white jerseys that were still on the ice. So Joey, Nick, and Abe, Benji, and Brad on D. Flyers win the faceoff, push it forward into the zone. Benji chases it, gets over to Nick. Abe carries the puck in the zone, gets it between his defenseman's legs, but can't get the shot off. But he gets checked well after he got rid of the puck. Joey dumps it back in, but right onto the stick of a Flyers player. Flyers come in and get a shot, but it's steered to the side. So after all that, looks like Flyer player will go to the box. Caps on the power play. It's like Joey, Garrett, Grayson, Benji, and Nick. So it's like the same squad just on the. They lost it, but Joey was able to pick it up at the blue line, gets it over to Garrett. Garrett gets it back down low to Nick. Nick skates in front of it. Goalie made at least one save on that one. Back out of the zone, Benji gets it over to Nick. Nick gets it over the blue line, avoids a hit. That kid keeps leading with the elbow. Nick was able to avoid that one. And the Flyers get it out. Benji chases it. Nick dumps it deep into the zone. Grayson rides this guy into the corner. Battles. Grayson gets it over to Garrett. Caps have to chase it again. 15 seconds left on the power play. Anderson and Abe jump on. Joey through the neutral zone. Makes a move at the blue line. Gets it over. Kid came out of the box and they didn't see him. So it's Anderson, Matthew. They're waiting for a forward, and Abe's about to come off the bench with James and Brody on D. Caps win that faceoff. James has it, passes it up to Abe. Abe gets it over the line, but the Flyers pick it up, get it out of the zone. James skates over to get it, takes it behind the net. Brody picks it up off his stick. He picks it back up in the neutral zone. He skates through. And the Flyers get it out of the zone. Looks like Matthews going for roughing. I think he retaliated. Roughing. So the Caps will go down the man with. I don't know why they didn't let Nick take the face off. Nick's not able to get it out. Flyers pick it back up. Get a shot. Shea makes the save. Oh! Kid had a wide open net, but he was on his backhand, so he shot it wide. Abe broke up that pass. Pass goes back to the point. Another shot. And they're down 2-0 with 13 minutes left in the first. Or sorry, in the second. Shots are 21-9, Philly. Tony, Elijah, and Killian take the face-off at center ice with Benji and James on D. Caps win the face-off. Oh, Killian makes a bad pass. But Tony picks it up. Is not able to move it forward. Benji gets to it. James gets it over. It hit the net, but they didn't call it dead. James gets the puck, moves it to center ice to Elijah. Flyers pick it up. Caps move it deep. Icing's waved off. Elijah gets low, gets possession, but then gets picked up by Philly. Philly passes it out of the zone. James deflects that shot. Shea tips it with his glove. Tony hits it up to the net, so it'll be a face-off. Brad picks it up behind the net, tries to pass it up. Garrett gets it through the neutral zone, skates it through, tries to pass it over. Grayson fanned on his shot. Brad gets it down low. It goes behind the net. Anderson picks it up, sends it, but there was nobody in front of the net. Brad goes for a shot, the deflection, but the deflection goes wide. Brody shoots it wide behind the net. Flyers try to clear it, don't, and they finally do. And that'll go for icing. Looks like Christo and Benji are out on D now for the face-off. Flyers get the puck out to Christo. It's bouncing. He's not able to clear it out. Good job on D breaking that pass up. Grayson passes it and gets it out of the zone. Flyers put it back in, and then immediately Caps get it out. Garrett carries it through the neutral zone, across the blue line, gets a pass over too bouncy to Grayson. He's not able to get it, bounces right over his stick. It's a good idea, but those got to be flat, and it's hard when you're moving that fast to keep them flat. Shot comes from top of the circle, and the Flyers goalie makes the save. 10:04 left in the second period. Phillies doubled them up on shots, 22-11. So Joey, Abe, and Nick are out with James and Brody. James gets the puck, dumps it in as Abe tags up. Flyers have it behind their net. They rim it off around the corner, off the boards. Joey gets the puck, gets it over to Nick. Nick gets a shot, gets deflected before it gets to the goalie. Ooh, pass right in front. Oh, Abe wasn't able to get anything on that one. Still went on goal. He just wasn't able to get much strength on it. Ooh, James makes it great. Saved the breakaway with that one. And then the puck bounces off the stanchion by the bench. 9:20 left in the second. Caps still down 2-0. Flyers win the face-off. Puck goes deep into the Cap zone. Pass out in front gets deflected, I think, by Joey. Shea with the save, but he's not able to make the second one. 9:01 in the second, and Caps are down 3-0. Elijah, Tony, and Killian out with Benji and Brad on D. Caps win the face-off, gets it back to Brad. Flyers get it, push it into the zone, but Benji picks it up. Puck goes out. Flyers get control of it. Tony pushes it. Oh, yep. For the blue line. Gets a pass right in Elijah's skates. Oh, and Elijah chips it in 5-hole. It's 3-1 Caps. Man, they really needed that. Great diving effort by Elijah. I think he either got pushed or tripped, but he didn't give up on it, and he got enough just to send it right through the goalie's pads. Brody and Christo are out on D. At least there's signs of life on the bench now. Caps win it. Got it over the zone, or over the line into the zone. Philly gets it, chips it out. That won't go for icing. Shea puts it back up to the boards. Shea makes the stop, drops it. Another stop by Shea. Puck goes deep into the cap zone. Brody picks it up, does a turn. Moves it off the boards. Not out. Tony finally gets it out. I think it's enough for the Flyers touch it, so it won't be icing. Caps go for a change. Well, at least two players. Flyers parents thought that was a goal. It was not. Grayson skates it through the neutral zone, dumps it in. Killian goes for a change. Garrett comes on with Anderson, James, and Benji on D. Grayson was already on the ice. Grayson pushes it into the zone. Goalie steers it to the side. Gets it over to Garrett. Garrett looks for a pass. It's intercepted by Philly. Benji dumps it back in, not into the zone though. The Flyers player dumps into the cap zone, and that somehow got waved off for icing. Garrett, is in a race for the puck. Not able to get there in time. Flyers enter the zone. Kid takes a shot. Nice blocker save by Shea. Benji gets it out of the zone to Anderson's stick, but the Flyers push it back in. 5:50 left in the second period. Benji gets it behind the net, stops, moves it the other way, and gets it down the ice on net, so it won't be icing. Caps are going for a change. Abe's out. Oh, man. Ooh. Defense was a little slow getting back there, which led to a breakaway.
Very bad timing for the lot.
Yeah. So it's Abe, Nick, and Joey out with Brad and Brody on D. I think the reason it looked slow was D was going for a change and saw it was happening and then had to turn around and get his speed back up. Ooh. Abe drew a penalty. Caps will go on the power play with 5:01 left in the second.
They touch it?
I didn't see. So the power play unit will be Joey, Nick, Garrett, Benji, and Grayson. Cap, I think Cap's come away with it. Joey gets it, passes over to Benji. Benji goes over to Joey. Joey takes a shot from the high slot, just goes wide. Nick battles behind the goal line, but the Flyers get it out. Icing is waved. Benji gets it over to Joey. 1 minute left in the power play. Joey makes a move at the dot, crosses the blue line, sets up at the top of the circle, passes it to Benji. Benji back to Joey. Back to Benji. Benji back to Joey. Joey gets a little bit of a shot, but the Flyers deflect it and send it the other way. Benji picks the puck up. Carries the puck, turns at the red line, gets it over to Garrett. Garrett gets it over the blue line, makes a move, passes it over to Joey. Ooh, oh, yes, Joey to Nick. Nick had trouble with it at first, but is able to gain control and tap it in while the goalie was out of position. Caps now have 2 goals. They're only down by 1. So it's 3-2 Philly with 3:44 left in the second. Killian out to take the face-off with Tony and Elijah, James and Brad on D. Flyers win that one, go into their own zone. Move it to the neutral zone, up off the glass. Tony's able to stop it. Tries to get it back, but Flyers put it deep. Brad reverses behind the net to James. James picks it up, back to Brad. Brad chips it over to... It kills me that they have their back to the play all the time. The wingers are always facing the wrong way. Anderson takes the face-off for Garrett and Grayson with Brody and Brad. Or no, it's Christo. Shot right off. Saved by Shea. Flyers push it around. Brody picks it up. Shot, Shea, save. Garrett picks it up, moves it over to Grayson. Grayson skates it through the zone, loses it, picks it back up. Shot from the dot. Oh, man. Garrett was just one stride too soon. Otherwise, he would have had a wide open net to shoot at. They come the other way and up, no goal. The net came off. Looks like Shea has a equipment issue. I think the Flyers' parents are upset that they waved it off, but the net's off. I mean, the net's off. The net's off. Oh, somebody broke a stick. Caps. Joey's. Well, had it in the neutral zone for a second. Well, they went back the other way and scored, so now it's 4-2. Killian set to take the face-off with Matthew and Elijah. What? Brad and Brody on D. Caps win it. Push it into the zone. Philly picks it back up. Dumps it deep. Back turned again. Guys, you can't be doing that. Somebody's going to truck one of them one time, and that'll be the last time they have their back to the play. Flyers lofted into the zone. Brody picks it up, gets it over to Brad. Brad chips it off the boards. Killian draws a penalty. Caps will go on the power play with 1:26 left in the period. So Nick's out to take the face-off with Garrett and Grayson, Joey, and Benji on D. Ref makes the Flyers change face-off men. Nick wins it, gets back to Grayson. Grayson over to Benji. Benji gets a shot. Ooh. Garrett goes to deflect it. Goalie makes the save. Caps win the face-off, gets it back to Benji. Benji over to Joey. Joey over to Grayson. Grayson to Benji. Joey chases it, is able to get the puck. Skates it behind his net, they'll set up. Joey skates it through center, passes it over to Nick. Nick takes it in. Nick in the corner. Dishes it over to Grayson. Bounced off the stick and out. Come on. Oh, this power play is so slow. Nick gets it, loses it. Flyers take it behind the net, chip it around. Benji gets it over to Nick. Nick rips a shot. Goalie makes a save. It was either the goalie or somebody else deflected it. Grayson keeps it in, passes it over to Garrett. Shots blocked. .9 seconds left in the second period. Caps down 4-2. We're on the power play for 7 more seconds. Killian, Matthew, and Tony. Tony takes the face off. Everybody else stacked on the side. Player falls on it. And they're cleared out. Same lineup out to take the face off. Tony, Matthew, Killian, Brody, and Brad. Caps win the face off. Brody pushes it into the zone. And they're going to get a too many men. Caps will go back on the power play. Joey to take the face off with Nick and Garrett, Grayson, and Benji. Caps win the face off back to Benji. Benji gets it over to Joey. Joey to Garrett, but it gets deflected. Grayson picks it up, sends it back over to Benji. Benji over to Joey, back to Benji. Cross ice to Garrett. Garrett takes the shot. Goes up and over the goalie's shoulder, but wide. Benji gets the puck back. Passes back over to Grayson. Grayson wheels behind the net. Gets a pass over to Joey. Joey, quick shot. Gets deflected in front. Benji got a bit of a hook. Joey picks the puck up. Joey skates it to the dot, gets a shot, scores. Caps now back to being down by 1, 4-3, 15:02 left in the third. So Abe is out with Nick on the wings, Joey to take the face off, and James and Brody on D. Caps win it back. Brody puts it over to the wall, back over to Brody. Brody to James. James mishandles, but's able to get it back to Brody. Caps get it over the line, not able to control it. Flyers come the other way. Tried to dump it, but James was able to block it, but not clear it. Brody moves it over to Nick. Nick gets it over to Abe. Abe puts it in the zone, but I think Joey was offsides. I think it was meant for Joey, but it went past him, and Abe wasn't able to push it into the zone while Joey was skating. So Tony Matthew with Killian out to take the face off, and Christo and Brad on D. 14:23. Flyers get it in deep. They waved icing. Brad gets it behind the net over, but Flyers pick it up. Elijah with a great, Brad with a great poke check. Puck goes in deep. Killian goes into the corner. Matthew takes a hit in the corner. Shea makes a save. Ooh, puck squirts out in front. Tony races over to get it and clears it, but doesn't. I think it hits the pad, so it didn't go for icing. That was icing, so the face-off will go all the way down. Oh. The ref is throwing one of the parents out. The ref threw a Flyers parent out. I didn't hear what he said, did you?
Not get face.
I don't know. Ooh, Grayson with a shot just goes wide. Flyers get it behind the net. Grayson races over to get it, passes it in front of Garrett. Garrett's shot gets deflected. Flyers pick it up, get it out of the zone. Benji battles at center right, or the red line. Shot on Shea. Shea steers it into the corner. James picks it up, reverses it, gets it to Benji. Benji spins around, gets it back to James behind the net. James back to Benji. Goes to center where it gets gloved. That would go for a hand pass because it wasn't in the defensive zone. Wraparound try doesn't work. Shea hugs the post, makes the save. Anderson's going for cross check. So the Caps will go on the PK. So it'll be Abe and yeah. Abe's out with Joey, Brad, and Brody. Joey wins that face-off, puts it back behind him into the corner. Brad battles, gets the puck over and out. Joey picks it up. Come on, that's interference. Joey gets interfered with. No call. Flyers come the other way. Shot stopped. I don't know if Shea got that one or if it got stopped by a defenseman. Flyers shoot from the point, looking for a deflection. That one gets steered into the corner. Joey gets it now on a breakaway. Roofs it, ties it up. Shorty. 11:04 left. Caps tied it back up. So it's Garrett, Grayson, James, and Benji. Caps win the face-off. Push it into the Flyer zone. Flyers pick it up, though, and carry it into the Cap zone. Puck goes behind the goal line in the Cap zone. They try to get it out. I think it hit the ref that time. Garrett comes in, makes a great play. Grayson's going one-on-one, back to full strength. Grayson does an escape turn, gets a pass over to Garrett. Garrett roofs it! Oh, Caps it up 5-1 now. 10:36 left. What a great play. Those four were all jumping up and down celebrating. Anderson's out to take the face off. Garrett and Grayson, Brad and Christo. Anderson pushes it forward. Brad gets it behind the net. Pushes it over to Grayson. Abe picks it up. Anderson picks it up. Ooh. Takes a high hit. Flyers take it the other way. Flyers regroup in the neutral zone. They had a guy deep in the Cap zone. He finally skates out. Flyers carry it in, but gets stopped by Christo, but they're not able to get it out. That time the puck went into the netting for a stoppage. 9:47 left in the third. Caps up 5-4. Killian out to take the face off with Elijah, Tony, and Brody and James on D. Flyers have it behind the net. Comes back out. Flyers still have it behind the net. Killian comes away with it, skates it out, bounces, hangs it up. They get it out. Flyers get it back, put it back in. James gets it out, takes another high hit from 22. So Joey's out to take the face off with Dave and Nick, Benji, and I think it's Brad on D. Joey wins it, gets it back to Brad. Brad chips it up. Still not able to get it out. Flyers takes it back through, gets cut off by Benji, loses it in the corner. Flyers pick it back up. Abe gets low, good block by Shea. Nick chips it out into the neutral zone. Flyers pick it back up. Send it back in. Benji takes his man around back of the net. Shot from the point gets stopped by Joey. Joey gets it over the line. Flyers get it immediately back, bring it into the zone. Great defense by Brad. Nice strength on that one. Flyers take a shot from the point. I guess it was deflected. Tied up 5-5, 8:14 left in the third.
Is really good at that, deflecting, redirecting. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's had quite a few points. Yesterday, just off that. Surprisingly, I'm sure they practice that.
They're arguing something. Can't tell if he's arguing a high stick or not. The face-off will be Grayson, Garrett, and Anderson with Christo and Brody. Caps win the face-off. They chop at it. Grayson picks it up, moves it over. Flyer picks it up, goes up high. Brody gets it out, not out of the zone. That time gets out of the zone. I think it's going to go, no, the icing gets waved off. Garrett chases into the corner. James picks it up. Grayson gets it at center ice, gets it over the blue line, gets a shot, rebound comes out. Flyers rim it around, not able to get it out. It's at James with a shot. Grayson gets it. His shot's deflected. James pushes it in, but the Flyers chip it back out. And that'll go down the other end. James... Or no, I'm sorry, that's Benji picks it up. Benji passes it, cross ice, but not able to get through to Matthew. He carries it, gets it over the line now. Tony chases, so it's Tony, Matthew, and Anderson. Anderson gets it. Oh, lost it. Brody comes out on D just in time as the Flyers take it the other way. Looks like the Caps are going to go on a penalty kill. It's a slashing call on, I think, Tony. Oh, that was weird. No, it's slashing on Philly? No. Oh, it is Ander. He may have, because it was behind the play. So Anderson for slashing. Caps on the PK. It's 6:14 left in the game. Joey set to take the face-off with Abe, Christo, and Brad. Oh, Joey, here he goes again on a breakaway. Oh, closed the 5-hole that time. He's trying to make the magic happen twice. I think I don't know what's happening. The Flyers going. I can't tell. Those kids just whine about everything. Maybe it was icing. Face-off's down in the Flyer zone. Joey wins it back to Brody. Brody pushes it, but it goes wide. Abe gets the puck, reverses it around behind the net. Flyers get the puck in deep. Brad skates around. Gets it up, but not able to get it out. Abe puts the hit on at the bench. Oh, still can't get it out. They're stopping them from making forward progress. They just can't clear the puck out. Joey finally gets it. Here he comes with speed. Now it's him and Abe 2-on-2 going the other way. Joey skates through, gets spun around. Ooh, gets a shot. Oh! Goalie was out of position. Abe was spinning on his backhand, but wasn't able to get the shot off. Flyers come the other way. Shea makes a save. James takes a shot to the crotch after the whistle with absolutely no call. So defensive zone face-off. Looks like Coach King is talking with the officials. Oh, the net's off. All right, so it'll be Garrett and Grayson with Benji and James. 9 seconds left in the power play. Shot from blue lines, stopped by Shea. Another shot from the blue line. That one goes wide. Anderson comes back out. Back to even strength. Caps carried out, not able to get it. Flyers push it back in. Two of them go for a change. James moves it over to Grayson. Grayson can't get it out. Back to James. Benji picks it up. Oh, nope. Lost it, picked it back up. Still not, right into, number 16, but Shea was able to make the save and put it up into the net. It's a dangerous pass in front, but Shea was able to make the save. Christo and Brody come out on D. Still Anderson, I think Garrett and Grayson. Ooh. I don't know how the puck ended up on net, but Shea made the save. 4:08 left in the game. Caps win the face-off. Grayson gets it, carries it through the neutral zone. He's got Garrett skating with him. Takes a shot. Goalie makes a save with his top of his stick. Pass in front, got deflected. Flyers looking to stretch the ice, but Brody was able to get in the way of that one. He dumps it in on net. Goalie leaves it in front of him for his D-man coming in. Flyers carry it in. Gets a backhanded shot. Shea makes the save. 3:26 left. Killian out to take the face off with Tony and Elijah, Benji, and he gets Christo on D. Nope, it's Brad. Killian wins the face-off back to Brad. Brad banks it off the glass, but not out. Benji gets the puck on the other side, gets it over the blue line. Tony gets it, dumps it in, goes for a change. Joey and Abe come out. James comes out. Benji picks up the puck in his own zone, gets it over to Abe. Abe tries to get it to Joey, but gets intercepted. Flyers keep it in. James goes into the corner to get it, gets it back behind the net to Benji. Benji to Joey. Joey avoids a hit, spins back around. Backhanded pass right to a Flyers player. Shea comes out way too far, leaves the net wide open, and it's now 6-5 Flyers with 2:27 left. Giveaway in front leads to the goal. Nick gets it in, but the Caps are offside, and there's a broken stick. I don't know who it belongs to. It's a Flyers player. Anderson's out with Grayson and Garrett. Brody and James. Wins the face-off back to Brody. Brody puts it in deep, rims it around. Garrett goes into the corner. Flyers pick it up, and they get it out. Grayson has the puck, moves it over to James. James had trouble with it, gets it to Garrett. Garrett carries it in. Oh, if he was trying to pass or bank it in off the other player's skates. Anderson gets it, and then gets the nets off. I don't know, the goalie lost his stick. Did he kick the net off after he lost his stick? 1:39 left in the game. Joey, Nick, and Grayson. Brody, Brad, and Abe got an empty net at the other end. Flyers send it down, but it'll go for icing. Nick wins the faceoff over to Brody. Brody shoots, but it gets blocked in front. Garrett picks it up at the point. Tries to get over to Brody. Brody whacked at it. Goes the other way. Garrett races down to get it. Garrett gets control. Ooh, didn't get all of it. Joey's able to come in and pick it up. 1:15 left in the game. Joey carries it through center. Lost it as he went to shoot it. Brody's racing to get it. Flyers have it in the zone with an empty net. I don't know if there's no gas left in the tank, but they're not playing like they have an empty net. 4 Caps players across along the wall. Grayson picks it up, passes it out to Nick. 40 seconds left. Nick over to Joey. Joey gets rubbed out on the boards. Nick picks the puck up and loses it. Garrett keeps it in. Brad gets it over to Grayson. Grayson gets it deep, but it gets stopped. Flyers shoot for the empty net, and this time it'll go in. And it'll be 7-5 Flyers with 23 seconds left. Killian, Elijah, and Tony out with Benji and Brad for the last 23.2 seconds. Caps win the faceoff. Tony takes it over the blue line. Like Elijah maybe was offsides. 18.3 left. Killian wins the faceoff, gets it back to Brad. Brad over to Tony. Brad at the blue line. Tony over to Benji. Benji to Elijah. Puck will go behind the goal line, and that'll do it. So they drop 2 at home right before the break.